Robin Hood, to dream the dream Cinderella could, to share the magic of Hollywood. To the movies we go.
In this program, episode number 1 of To the Movies We Go, we look at the story and the songs of MGM's Easter Parade. Easter Parade was made in 1948, and despite a rather troubled beginning, it was one of the top money makers of that year, and it went on to become an MGM musical classic. There were several early problems. The film was originally to star Gene Kelly with Judy Garland, but Kelly sprained his ankle shortly before shooting was to begin, and Fred Astaire had to be brought out of retirement to replace him. For Judy Garland, the film represented a severe test. She'd been under psychiatric care for some time, and only weeks before arriving on the MGM lot had smashed a bathroom mirror and had made an attempt at cutting her wrists with the broken glass. If that in itself wasn't a big enough problem to wrestle with, there was the additional pressure of having her husband Vincent Minnelli replaced as the picture's director. Her psychiatrist had told MGM that the effect of having him direct her in Easter Parade would be catastrophic. Minnelli was replaced by Charles Walters, who was making his debut into the big league of musical directors. One of the scriptwriters, Sidney Sheldon, wasn't at all happy with the prospect of Fred Astaire stepping into Gene Kelly's dancing shoes. He protested that the 48-year-old Fred was old enough to be Judy's father. Sheldon later admitted that he was wrong. As John Coble says in his book Gotta Dance, Gotta Sing, Easter Parade was a high mark for Garland and Astaire, who joyfully leapt through the musical freedom of a film that was true to the first principle of cinema. It was created for the purpose of recording movement.
All night long he calls her Sukiyuka, Sukiyuka. All they do is talk like babies. She's his jelly Ellie roll.
He's her shooky ooger bowl. Here's the way they bill and coo. Pudgy woo, pudgy woo, pudgy woo.
All night long he calls her Snooky-ooka, Snooky-ooka.
All night long the neighbors shout, cut it out, cut it out, cut it out. They cry, for goodness sake, don't keep us all away with your snooky, ooky, ooky, baby talk.
When the midnight choo-choo leaves for Alabama,
Alabama.
I'll be right there.
Where'll you be?
I've got my fare.
Show to me.
When I see that rusty-haired conductor man,
What do you do?
I'll grab him by the collar and I'll holler, Alabama, Alabama.
Wow.
That's where you stop your train. That brings me back again, down home where I'll remain, where my honey lands. And
I will be right there with bells when that old conductor yells, all aboard for
The staging of the musical numbers was handled beautifully by Robert Alton, while the scoring of same won Oscars for Roger Edens and Johnny Green. Fred's arrival out of retirement for his 21st film was greeted with enthusiasm by almost everyone. They did so knowing what they were letting themselves in for. Fred, the arch-perfectionist, was his usual demanding self, putting in a 7-hour day beginning at 10 in the morning, an hour for lunch, and finishing on the stroke of 6 p.m.
If I seem to scintillate, It's because I've got a date with a package of the good things that come with love. You don't have to ask me, I won't waste your time. But if you should ask me why I feel sublime, I'm stepping out with my baby. Can't go wrong, 'cause I'm in right. It's for sure, not for maybe, that I'm all dressed up tonight. Stepping out with my honey, can't be bad to feel so good. Never felt quite so sunny, and I keep on knocking wood. There'll be smooth sailing, 'cause I'm trimming my sails with a bright shine on my shoes and on my nails. Stepping out with my baby, can't go wrong, 'cause I'm in right. Ask me when will the day be? The big day may be tonight. Stepping out with my baby, can't go wrong, 'cause I'm in right. It's for sure, not for maybe, that I'm all dressed up tonight. Stepping out with my honey, can't be bad to feel so good. Never felt quite so sunny, and I keep on knocking wood. There'll be smooth sailing, 'cause I'm trimming my sails with a bright shine on my shoes and on my nails. Stepping out with my baby, can't go wrong, 'cause I'm in right. Ask me when will the day be? The big day may be tonight. Stepping out with my baby, can't go wrong, 'cause I'm in right. It's for sure, not for maybe, that I'm all dressed up tonight. Stepping out with my honey, can't be bad to feel so good. Never felt quite so sunny, and I keep on knocking wood. There'll be smooth sailing, 'cause I'm trimming my sails with a bright shine on my shoes and on my nails. Stepping out with my baby, can't go wrong, 'cause I'm in right. Ask me when will the day be? The big day may be tonight.
The plot for Easter Parade is short and sweet, and in many ways is little more than an excuse for displaying Irving Berlin's music and Fred Astaire's dancing. It's set in the heart of the pre-1917 ragtime era, with mentions of Ziegfeld and Dillingham to evoke memories of Fred's own days on the boards. What happens is Fred and his dancing partner of many years, played by Ann Miller, break up when she accepts an offer to star solo in a Ziegfeld show. On an angry impulse, Fred wagers that he can turn any girl into an even more successful partner than Miller by the next time Easter comes. Drowning his sorrows in a friendly bar, he picks a girl from the Flea Pit Chorus for his new partner. It's Judy Garland. From here on, the plot has few surprises, but the songs come thick and fast. In this scene, Peter Lawford tells Judy that he's simply a fella with an umbrella.
Who am I? What's my name? Where I'm from? How I came? Doesn't matter, dear, long as I am here. I'm just a fella with an umbrella, looking for a girl who saved her love for a rainy day. I'm just a fella with an umbrella, glad to see the skies of blue have turned into skies of gray. Raindrops have brought us together, and that's what I long to see. Maybe the break in the weather will prove to be a break for me. So I'll be the fella with an umbrella, if you'll be the girl who saved her love for a rainy day.
For every fella, each fella with an umbrella, there's a girl who saved her love for a rainy day. For every fella, each fella with an umbrella, there's a time when skies of blue must turn into skies of gray. Raindrops raindrops have brought us together. That's what they were meant to do. Maybe the break in the weather will turn into a break for you. For every fella, each fella with an umbrella, there's a time when skies of blue must turn into skies of gray.
Most of the film's dialogue is snappy and doesn't get in the way of the footwork. Fred painfully teaches the inexperienced Judy a few steps. Her instinctive way of telling her left foot from her right is to wear a garter on one leg. Fred at last loses his cool and asks sarcastically, "Miss Brown, what idiot ever told you you could dance?" "You did," she replies meekly. It's the old Pygmalion plot, of course, and it isn't long before Astaire and Garland are a great success as a comedy dancing team and also deeply in love. The real showstopper of the film is the song A Couple of Swells. Michael Friedland, in his biography of Fred Astaire, explained how it came about. He writes this: "The production was already well underway when Irving Berlin turned to the producer Arthur Freed and suggested simply, 'Let's have a Tramps number.' When Freed said yes, Berlin immediately produced the song out of his pocket. A Couple of Swells has the suave Mr. Astaire with a tooth blacked out, wearing a filthy frayed collar, a patched tailcoat, a 2-day growth of beard, and a top hat that had seen better days. Everybody loved it, especially Judy, who was dressed almost identically."
We're a couple of swells. We stop at the best hotels, but we prefer the country far away from the city smells. We're a couple of sports, the pride of the tennis courts. In June, July, and August, we look cute when we're dressed in shorts.
The Vanderbilts have asked us up for tea.
We don't know how to get there, no siree,
No, sirree. We would drive up the avenue, but we haven't got the price. We would skate up the avenue, but there isn't any ice. We would ride on a bicycle, but we haven't got a bike. So we'll walk up the avenue, yes, we'll walk up the avenue, and to walk up the avenue's what we like. Wall Street bankers are we, with plenty of currency. We'd open up the safe, but we forgot where we put the key. We're the favorite lads of girls in the picture ads. We'd like to tell you who we kissed last night, but we can't be cats.
The Vanderbilts are waiting at the club.
but how are we to get there? That's the rub. That's the rub.
We would sail up the avenue, but we haven't got a yacht. We would drive up the avenue, but the horse we had was shot. We would ride on a trolley car, but we haven't got the fare. So we'll walk up the avenue, yes, we'll walk up the avenue, yes, we'll walk up the avenue till we're there.
In contrast to the Tramp song, Fred exudes smoothness and elegance when he partners Ann Miller in this marvellously compact dance routine which takes place in her living room.
It only happens when I dance with you. That trip to heaven till the dance is through. With no one else do the heavens seem quite so near. Why does it happen, dear, only with you? Two cheeks together can be so divine, but only when those cheeks are yours and mine. I've danced with dozens of others the whole night through, but the thrill that comes with spring, when anything could happen, that only happens with you. The thrill that comes with spring, when anything could happen, that only happens with you.
Another song and dance routine to light up the screen is Ann Miller's solo, Shakin' the Blues Away.
There's an old superstition way down south. Everybody believes that trouble won't stay if you shake it away. When they hold a revival way down south, everybody with care and trouble that day tries to shake it away. Shaking the blues away, unhappy news away. If you were blue, it's easy to shake off your cares and troubles. Telling the blues to go, they may refuse to go, but as a rule they'll go if you'll shake them away. Do like the voodoos do, listening to a voodoo melody. They shake their bodies so, to and fro. With every shake, a lucky break, proving that there's a way to chase your cares away. If you would lose your weary blues, shake 'em away. Shake 'em away.
Shake off your cares and shake off your trouble, proving that there's a way to chase your cares away. If you would lose your weary blues, shake 'em away. Shake 'em away. away, away.
Irving Berlin's score of old and new songs was perfectly attuned to the styles of Fred Astaire and Judy Garland, and the partnership worked very well. At the time of the film's release in London, Red Whitley of the Evening Standard said of Fred Astaire, "Partnered by snub-nosed Judy Garland, he sings and dances with the vigour of a teenager, through a film which sets a new high standard for musical comedy, on stage or screen. The brilliance of Fred Astaire inspires Judy Garland, who gives her finest performance to date."
I love the piano, I love the piano, I love to hear somebody play upon a piano, a grand piano, it simply carries me away. I know a fine way to treat a Steinway. I love to run my fingers o'er the keys, the ivories with the pedal. I love to meddle when Paderewski comes this way. I'm so delighted if I'm invited to hear the long-haired genius play. So you can keep your fiddle and your bow, give me a P-I-A-N. Oh, 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 I love to stop right beside an upright or a high-toned baby grand.
Judy's one important solo in Easter Parade is the forlorn Better Luck Next Time, which she sings across the counter to a compassionate barman.
Better luck next time, that could never be. Because there ain't gonna be no next time for me. No, siree, made up my mind to make another start. I've made my mind up, but I can't make up my heart. I'd like a new lucky day. That would be nice, but this comes just once in a lifetime, not twice. So don't say better luck next time, that can never be. Because there ain't gonna be no next time for me. So don't say better luck next time, that can never be. Because there ain't gonna be no next time for me.
Back to the story. After a triumphant opening of Judy's Broadway show the night before the Easter Parade, a misunderstanding clouds the atmosphere. and she begins to believe that Fred is still in love with Ann Miller. However, with the help of Peter Lawford, all is resolved in time for Fred's boast to come true, in a happy Easter parade ending.
Never saw you look quite so pretty before. Never saw you dress quite so handsome, what's more. I could hardly wait to keep our date this lovely Easter morning, and my heart beat fast as I came through the door. For in your Easter bonnet, with all the frills upon it, you'll be the grandest fellow in the Easter parade. I'll be all in clover, and when they look us over, we'll be the proudest couple in the Easter parade. On the avenue, Fifth Avenue, the photographers will snap us, and you find that you're in the photograph bureau. Oh, I could write a sonnet about your Easter bonnet, and of the guy I'm taking to the Easter parade.
On the avenue, Fifth Avenue, the photographers will snap us, and you'll find that you're in the photograph bureau.